Hey everyone, welcome to Homegrown. This is our resource for small groups and small group leaders here at South Lansing Christian Church. And today we're going to talk about the one thing that you can do as a small group leader to help your group grow. And here's what I mean by grow. Specifically, not the size of your group, not the reputation of your group, but your group members growing spiritually. Because here at South, our goal with small groups is to help our people grow closer to Jesus and closer to His church. And so no matter how many people are in your small group, what we really want to focus on is spiritual growth of our members. And what it takes to get there is purpose. So these guys, Ryan, Courtney, and Jason, they wrote a book that I went through, and I've given to a few of you, about just what it takes for small groups to thrive. The name of the book is Leading Small Groups That Thrive. And in it, they surveyed a bunch of groups, and they checked all kinds of metrics. And the primary thing that they were asking is how do groups help people grow spiritually? They might grow relationally, they might grow in Bible knowledge, but how do they actually help people grow spiritually? And what they found kind of defies our expectations. They found that groups that spent more time in prayer together contribute less to their members' overall spiritual growth. They found that groups that focus on building community contribute less to their overall spiritual growth of individuals. They found that the groups that focus on Bible knowledge and Bible study contribute less to their group's members' overall spiritual growth. What actually contributes the most to spiritual growth is having a purpose, having an external purpose for your group. And so here's what they say on page 57. They say this: groups that prioritize something other than building relationships and growing spiritually actually showed the greatest spiritual growth. So it's one of those things that it sounds counterintuitive, because you might focus on something else, but what you actually see is resulting spiritual growth. But that's because what groups can focus on beyond like community and growing one another spiritually, they can focus on things that contribute. Things like maybe your group adopts a local elementary school, or maybe your group's purpose is to help welcome in new families to the church, or maybe your group's focus is to serve at Homeless Angels. I know that some of our group people serve at Homeless Angels together. But having that external focus forces your group to have some drive and some organization and some you're going somewhere. And then what happens is that in the midst of making these things happen, serving your neighborhood in some specific way, if you have a regular service project, if you have a regular focus, we're going to be on the lookout every Sunday morning to find new guests to church and invite them to our small group. Whatever that external purpose is, that's what actually contributes to growth, because then you have something more to do than just showing up to show up. And if we're honest, I think sometimes our groups just show up to show up. But having that external purpose really lends itself, and it contributes to members' spiritual growth. And so I'd highly recommend you read this book. I've given it out to some of you. I got like 6 more copies in my office. You can pick it up online. But that's the number one thing that can help your group grow and contribute to spiritual growth in your members, is to have that purpose. All right, that's pretty much it for this week. Tune in next time and we'll talk some more about small groups. Take care.